So today's class is going to start in a seated position, but I encourage you to find a seated position that maybe you don't usually go into. So even if it's Sukhasana, easy pose, maybe flipping your legs around the other way. Maybe finding a half lotus or full lotus. Maybe Virasana, sitting on your hips between your legs. Find a comfortable seat that's not going to hurt your knees that you can find, and then just get comfortable in this slightly new seated position, because we often become very ingrained in one way of doing things, and it's a great challenge for our brain to be able to just modify things slightly. And it also goes with the seasons. So I know a lot of places and cities are very hot right now, including my own, but just finding gratitude in the impermanence of the seasons, and that things fluctuate, and while it may be very hot in some places, how can we appreciate little things within those seasons and know that things do not stay the same, and to not attach too strongly to these things, because they come and they go. With that, today's class, you can close your eyes and begin settling in with your breath. Today's class is going to be a little bit more gentle, but also lots of areas to challenge ourselves in doing things just slightly different, waking up our brains and our bodies. So let's start off by rolling our shoulders. So fingertips on your shoulders, rolling your elbows really, and we're going to go one way. And just notice the sensations. Maybe you're not making full circles if your mobility in your shoulder joints aren't all there. Maybe you're hearing a lot of crackle and pops. Just be aware of the sensations, that nothing is too painful. And once you've gone one way, switch the direction and go the other way. Awesome. Keep rolling your elbows, starting with warming up our shoulder joints. See, I already came back to my seat and I was about to go into Sukhasana, because I always choose that seat. And then put your hands down back to your knees, and warming up our neck just a little bit. So let's just bring the neck down nice and slow, feeling the stretch in the back of the neck. Breathe in deeply, exhale deeply. If you need a little bit more of a stretch in your neck, it's okay to do so. You can let gravity pull your head up and down, lengthening the back of the neck. Starting to slow down the breath as we ease any tension and prepare for today's class. Release the hands, lift the head up slowly, and coming left ear to left shoulder, just nice and gentle. If you have any neck injuries, just listen to how far you need to go, just so you feel the stretch in the right side of the shoulder. Option always to extend the hand, the right hand, and if you want, you can put a little bit of traction and lengthening, not pressing down, but lengthening. Make sure your chin is up, staying here for a couple cycles of breath. Maybe this time setting an intention, why you came to class today, this morning, and what is your goal, what are you looking for? Maybe to find stillness, maybe to get a workout, to help you in your yoga studies. Many different reasons that we could be here today. Just thank yourself for being here. And we'll come back to that intention as we go through the class today. And release the hand if it was there. And slowly bring your head up to center. And gently dropping it to the right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe extending the left arm. Again, we're just taking it slow to get started today. I will be offering variations to intensify some of the poses today. And exhale, release the hands, slowly bring the head up to center. Inhale, both hands come up, look up to the sky, and exhale, bring them down. Connecting body to breath. Inhale, hands come up, looking up to the sky, and exhale, hands come down. Slight variation, clasp your hands. Inhale, press the hands away from the chest and up. And on your exhale, float them down, drawing that rainbow shape. Again, clasp your hands, press the palms out, breathe in deep till you can't breathe anymore. And exhale. A nice full body stretch, or upper body stretch. One more time. Awesome. Coming in onto our hands and knees in a tabletop position, keeping the feet tucked. Place the hands, the wrists should be directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and find length through the spine. Release the toes down, and we're going to take tiger. So we're going to lift our right knee up towards the sky, drawing a nice line, and extension is to take our left hand and grab the big toe side of the right foot and just give a little pull. Inhale, maybe look up, just as if you were in dancer pose maybe, and just press that leg away, feeling the stretch in the right thigh, the lower back, but make sure no sensations are too much. If your neck is in any kind of pain, just keep your gaze down, otherwise you can keep it lifted. A couple more breaths here. And exhale, slowly release. Keeping just a micro bend in the elbows will help to alleviate any pain or tension that you have there. Just let's do a cat-cow cycle. Inhale, bring the head up. And exhale, bring the chin down, round the back. Cat. One more time. Inhale slowly. Arch the back, look up. And exhale, round the back. Belly button to navel towards the back. And inhale back to neutral tabletop. Let's take our tiger on the other side, so lifting up our left knee so that the thigh is parallel with the earth. Steady yourself here. Connect that left hand really into the earth, all fingertips and knuckles pressing down. Bring your right hand up, grabbing the big toe side of your left foot if that's in your practice. And then begin to press away with your foot, keeping your legs scissoring together, and begin to gaze up, feeling the stretch again in your left thigh, maybe your right hip. Notice the expression in your face, try and soften. And awesome balancing pose too. I can feel myself shaking a little bit trying to find my balance this morning. One more nice deep cycle of breath. And exhale, release. Take a cycle of cat-cow. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Just slowly warming up the spine for this morning or this afternoon. Alright, intensifying just a little bit. So right leg is going to come out long this time. Toes facing down towards the earth. And just internally rotate the toes so they're pointing a little bit more towards the left. So our hips are parallel. Inhale. You can stay here or you can lift your left hand nice and long through the spine. Breathe in deeply. And exhale, crunch. Bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. 5 more of these. And you can go with your own breath. 1. Bring your gaze as you go. Movements are nice and slow. For 3, imagining you're moving through water maybe. Slowing down movements. Hold it here in your crunch position, and exhale, release. I'm not a big fan of crunches, but I'm okay doing these inverted ones. Same thing on the other side, so extend your left heel out long. See if you can find some length through the back. Stay here or extend your right hand out. Breathe. Find length. And on your next exhale, bring the elbow to the knee, just like that. On your inhale, lengthen, extend. And on your exhale, contract, tighten. Let's do 5 of these. 1. Again, don't rush it. Take it slow. Feel your body. 3. And on number 5, let's just stay in that little balled up position. Maybe tuck your head in a bit more. And exhale, release. Take a cat-cow to release. One more time. And exhale, last cow. Tuck your toes and slowly come back. You can keep your hands grounded for extra support. Otherwise, coming into a full toe stand, stretching out the backs of the feet, the soles. You can give yourself a little massage if you need to. My feet often appreciate that little gesture. Maybe roll in your shoulders. Find any upper body movements that you need to before we begin to flow and really wake up. But again, a little bit more gentle of a practice, and feel free at any point to come into child's pose if you need to rest. Awesome work. So, coming into our first downward dog. So let's set up, and again, move with intention, move mindfully. Plant all 10 fingers down into the earth. Tuck your toes if they're not already tucked, and slowly start to inch back, hips towards the heels, and then bring the knees up hips pointing towards the earth. Try and draw up the chest a little bit more, as if the front part of your body is a nice slope of a mountain or a bike jump. And on your exhale, release the right heels down, bend the left knee. Inhale, bring both heels back up. And exhale, slowly sink into the left heel. Bend the right knee. Inhale, both heels up, almost on your toes like a ballerina. And exhale, release the right heel. Continue this slow walking the dog with your own breath. And then find some stillness here. And your first down dog from myself of the day. Maybe nod the head just a little bit, yes and no. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. And let's slowly again, almost like you're mountain climbing all the way up a hill, but instead we're coming to our fingertips. Maybe you need to tense your fingertips so that you can find a nice forward fold, Uttanasana, and just release for a second. Notice how I'm really bending my knees here, because I want to sink down. If I'm locking, this is about as flexible as I'm going to be this morning. And we want to be kind to our bodies, so bend your knees if you need to. Use a block if you need to. Clasp opposite elbows as if you're rocking a baby side to side. Or maybe you're a willow tree, gently blowing in the breeze, the summer breeze. Head is released. As much as you can, soften, even though the backs of the legs are working hard here. See what you can relax into. And then back to stillness. Release your hands. Inhale, come halfway up and find your own halfway lift. Exhale, release. And slowly lifting yourself up, ragdoll. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Inhale, reach the hands up nice and high. Maybe even going onto your tippy toes. And exhale, bring your hands to heart. And then just release them into a mountain pose with your palms facing forwards. And just soften what you can. Remember your intention. Let's lift all 10 toes off the ground. Try not to lose your balance. And then see if you can, toe by toe, just ground each toe. I find using my fingers helps. Lift them all up again. And starting with your pinky toes, grounding them down. Feel all four corners rooted into the earth. Let's go up on our tippy toes, lifting the heels up. And exhale, release. Bring the toes up. And just find a little bit of movement here. Like a blade of grass. Maybe just moving forwards and backwards. Maybe side to side. Just really ground yourself into the present moment in today's Tadasana. Alright, starting with just a half flow. So inhale, bring your hands up overhead. Breathe in all the way. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, around the back, come all the way up. Hands overhead. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. One more time. Inhale, maybe this time bend your knees to come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full fold. And on your next inhale, coming up nice and slow, maybe painting the fronts of your legs with your fingertips, your favorite color. And exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Ground yourself as we go into Surya Namaskara. A sun salutation. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back, then your right foot back. Find plank or half plank by dropping the knees. If you're in plank, stay here. Notice your back. If you're sinking in, you really want to lift up, almost rounding the shoulders out to the side. Let's rock forwards and backwards. And on your next forward, breathe in deep. Exhale, hug the elbows in as we lower down to our bellies. Take a quick release here. Inhale, baby cobra, just a little one to greet the day. And exhale, pull back up. Inhale, just a bit bigger of a cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes. Slide from on belly to tabletop to down dog. Walk it out if you need to. And then find 3 breaths here. If breathing through your nose in down dog is hard, which for me it is sometimes, feel free to breathe through your nose. Through your mouth. But try your best through your nose, which really calms your nervous system. One more deep inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, look up. And on your exhale, step it up. Back into Uttanasana, forward fold. Standing forward fold. Really release again. Maybe wrap your hands around the backs of your legs, your calves. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And hands to heart. Same thing, sun salutation A. This time just moving a little bit more with our breath. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step 1, then the other leg back into plank. Breathe in. Exhale, come down to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Walking out the heels. 3 breaths here. Maybe taking a lion's breath. Sticking out the tongue. Exhaling as fully as you can on your 3 exhales. Take 1 more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the front. Release into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your right palm, open up the left palm, just changing up a little bit to keep your brain energized and not getting too stuck in a rut. Look up to the left hand, little side twist, so your left leg is long, your right knee is bent. And exhale, other side. Right hand comes up. Greet the right side of your room. Maybe you're lucky enough to be outside practicing today. Awesome. Take one more breath. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. In slowly. Come all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tadasana, palms facing out. Breathe here. So we are now in mountain pose. Awesome. Taking it a little bit further into a variation of Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, Tadasana. This time, float your right leg back on your inhale. Drop the back knee. And just rock a little bit forwards and backwards in this low lunge. And then find strength, hands come to the hips. Looking forward. Finding strength in the legs. You can always pad the right knee if that helps. Inhale, bring the hands up. If you sink a little bit lower, notice my right knee isn't hyperextending over the right foot. But a 90-degree angle is what we're aiming for. Really sink into this pose. Look up, inhale, exhale, cactus the arms, slight back bend. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, frame the front foot. Step the left leg back. Plank, take a chaturanga, so halfway down. Inhale, maybe you're coming into upward facing dog or cobra. Do what feels good in this moment, maybe moving the neck a bit, feeling the stretch in the lower back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out, nice work. 3 breaths. And after your 3 breaths, slowly bring yourself back up to Uttanasana, forward fold. And slowly, on your next inhale, bring yourself up, ragdoll, to mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathe here. Thank yourself for taking these 30 minutes for yourself to work through your whole body. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and namaste.